They say space is silent, but sometimes that silence hides a secret. A secret that has remained beyond human sight for centuries. And when that veil shifts even slightly, the face of the universe changes forever. On one night in the year 2025, as Earth's telescopes peered into the ocean of stars, a strange point was seen moving across the sky. It was neither a star nor an ordinary comet. It was 31 Atlas, an interstellar visitor, a guest not from our galaxy, but from another star system altogether. But this time, the story did not end here. In fact, this is where it truly began. When NASA scientists analyzed its speed and trajectory, their instruments were stunned. This object was not passing near the sun in a normal way. It was approaching from such an angle as if someone had hurled an arrow from the outer edge of the universe. Then came a sudden announcement. We have detected 6 more objects along with 31 Atlas. These 6 objects were moving in the exact same direction. Their distances from one another were remarkably small, as if they were part of a single caravan, or perhaps fragments of a shattered parent body. Yet several things did not align with known science. Their speeds differed, their brightness fluctuated, and their distance from 31 Atlas kept increasing and decreasing. All of this suggested that the story was something else, something deeper. Some scientists proposed that these were fragments of 31 Atlas itself, scattered long ago in an ancient collision. Others disagreed, arguing that these were separate objects and that their presence together could not possibly be a coincidence. As days passed, James Webb, Hubble, and Spitzer X focused their gaze on the region. Every image, every data point raised new questions. These objects were not orbiting each other, yet they appeared bound by an invisible force. Were they trapped in a shared gravitational field? Or were they faintly orbiting a much larger, unseen body? Then came the moment that changed the direction of every scientific report. Spitzer X detected carbon dioxide gas around 31 Atlas. This meant it was not merely a rocky body, it was a failed comet warming under the sun and releasing gases from its icy layers. But the real shock came next. 2 of the 6 accompanying objects also showed traces of gas. Here, a major theory collapsed. If all of them were fragments of the same collision, they should have shared similar properties, but they didn't. Some were rocky, some icy, some bright, some dim. And then a new idea emerged. What if 31 Atlas was not alone? What if it was part of an interstellar convoy? What if, deep in space, there existed another system, natural or intelligent, from which all of these objects departed together? This idea divided astronomers worldwide. Some insisted it was a natural coincidence. Others whispered that this might be the moment when humanity was seeing the first signs of another system beyond our own. The day James Webb detected a faint glow behind 31 Atlas, scientists named it Object G. It was so dim that it appeared only in the infrared spectrum, but its motion was synchronized with the convoy. It did not resemble a rock or a gas cloud. It looked artificial, like debris or remnants of something old. Perhaps space junk, perhaps something far more ancient. That was the moment science asked the ultimate question. Is all of this truly natural, or are we standing at the edge of another story entirely? The discovery of Object G sent shockwaves through every major space agency. NASA, ESA, and JAXA simultaneously began independent analyses. And as hours passed, one disturbing detail became clear. This object was not moving the way natural bodies do. Comets, asteroids, every natural object follows predictable orbital mechanics. But Object G behaved differently. Its speed changed. Its path shifted. It moved closer to 31 Atlas, then drifted away, almost as if it were choosing its direction. Then Webb's cameras captured something that made scientists' hearts stop. A faint glow emerged from behind 31 Atlas. Then a thin beam of light flashed through space for a few seconds and vanished. This could not have been sunlight reflection. It resembled an energy burst, as if one object were signaling another. The media exploded worldwide. Was this interstellar convoy linked to an intelligent civilization? Some scientists rushed to deny it, claiming it was a misinterpretation of reflected light, but doubt had already taken root. 2 weeks later, under the Falcon X program, a special mission was launched. Its goal, to collect close-range visual data of 31 Atlas. The spacecraft was named Odyssey 1. Equipped with advanced artificial intelligence and extraordinary speed, it reached the objects in just 14 days. When Odyssey 1 transmitted its first live signal back to Earth, silence filled every control room. The image on the screen was unbelievable. 31 Atlas glowed like a blue-tailed comet, but the 6 surrounding objects were arranged in a precise formation, as if held in place by an unknown force. They were neither scattered nor freely drifting. They moved with calculation on a defined path. Odyssey 1's sensors analyzed the light spectrum absorbed by each object. The results were astonishing. 2 of the objects showed metallic reflections, a kind of response not found in natural rock or ice. It was associated with metal, with processed material. Now the discussion had moved beyond extraterrestrial life. This was a scientific anomaly, one that tore through the limits of human understanding. Some experts argued that if these were remnants of a destroyed star, they could be a treasure trove of interstellar material, revealing new truths about the birth of the universe. Others broke the silence with a far darker question. What if this debris belongs to an ancient spacecraft? The remains of a vanished civilization? In Odyssey 1's 3rd week, another shocking event occurred. The radar detected a pulse, one that could not be naturally formed. It followed a double pattern. When scientists decoded it, they were stunned. It matched the binary sequence 1111, similar to the ASCII code for hello. Many dismissed it as coincidence, but some quietly wrote in their notebooks, "This may be the first signal ever received from a source beyond human comprehension." As time passed, Odyssey 1 completed its mission and began its return. But in its final transmission, something strange appeared. At the edge of the camera frame was a shadowy shape. Not rock, not ice. It looked like a constructed structure, like the remnants of an ancient spacecraft. And then, the transmission cut off. Silence fell over Earth. Millions of miles away, the spacecraft was lost in space. And with it, perhaps, the answer humanity had been searching for centuries.